I brought lots of different people to this place, and I love all the different reactions I get. To tell you how the film crew reacted when they saw this spot. They saw this as the perfect spot to film a classic movie, a Western or some sort of space adventure. It does look so otherworldly, but I can tell you, it's absolutely real. This is called a maftesh, and this geologic formation has no partner anywhere else in the world. Israel is the only place that you find them. The maftesh has a very unique formation story. Before us, you can see all sorts of lines in the ridges. That's from sedimentation over the millennia. And down below, man, I see volcanoes that are responsible for taking that sediment and totally disrupting it. Then this whole area got lifted up in a dramatic geologic event, twisted and torn so that there were cracks that developed in the surface. And rainwater got into those cracks. And when it did, it began to erode larger and larger and larger channels. So you ended up with monoliths that eventually tumble over into the interior, 2,400 feet below our feet, just like ice calves off a glacier. It is wilderness like this through which ancient Israel walked during that 38 years between the time they left Egypt and the time they entered the Promised Land. That period of time may not have been spent in this canyon, but it was spent in space like this canyon. Imagine enjoying the beauty, but even more so, imagine taking on the challenge and the danger of living in this place. Because this exotically beautiful place is an eminently dangerous place. In order to appreciate the latter part of that, I need to introduce you to some of the locals. I have the suspicion that the next part of this episode is going to make you squirm just a bit. This is my friend David, a PhD in zoology. His joy for things that crawl and slither is absolutely infectious. His insights will paint a better picture of what the ancient Hebrews had to contend with during their time in the wilderness. Now, you're a specialist in the area working with scorpions, and I would just absolutely love to have a chance to see some of the species that you study. That's why you gave me this light. This is a UV light, huh?
Exactly. This one is a UV light, and this is the key to find the scorpion in the field.
Okay.
Once you will put the light toward them, they will just shine and glow just like a flame.
Oh, amazing.
But for that, we will have to cut off the light.
All right, well, let me do that, because I'm anxious to go find scorpions.
Oh, you've got two of them over here. Do you see one inside the burrow?
Oh, sure. I see it. So why at night? Why not during the daytime?
Because those creatures are very sensitive to the daylight. They do not tolerate such high temperatures, and they do serve as prey, and they want to avoid it.
So what insects are out at night that they're preying on?
From ants to beetles to grasshoppers to even other little scorpions.
For me, the sort of iconic picture of the scorpion is the one with the tail curved up over their back. Can you tell me something about what that scorpion is saying or doing when it goes to that posture?
So mainly it is a defensive position, not offensive. Sometimes you can see them walking like that, and this is while looking for prey or while running.
Would they strike prey with it?
Yes, they do catch it with their pincers, and then they do sting it.
So it's a two-step process. Capture the pincers, hit it with the tail.
Yes, but if the prey is relatively small, they just, grab it by their pincers and eat it alive.
Oh, nice. That's encouraging. I think our film crew would really like to come in for a closer look at this. Wouldn't you all step in? So, David, I've been struck by the fact that in Deuteronomy, in the Torah, when ancient Israel's experience in the wilderness is being depicted, and the threats of that space are being depicted. There is mention of Aqrabim, scorpions, v'hanachashim, the snakes. Let's take you out of your scientific world mode for a moment and imagine that you're one of those Israelites out in the wilderness. How are you feeling about your space?
Well, in a very few words, I would be terrified. I mean,
Terrified.
Yes, the main idea around this is that in the ancient times you had no treatments for such things, and the treatments that actually they had were ineffective. I mean, if you got bitten by a snake or stung by a scorpion, the best thing you could do is just sit and wait and see what happens. And you more or less were, helpless unless time passes and you know what's going on.
Yeah.
And once you have no control and so small and little creature may just kill you, that would be terrifying.
And that makes
Especially
sense.
Yes.
That makes sense then why Deuteronomy would mention these rather than the Iranian wolf or the white-striped hyena or the Arabian leopard, because even though they were there, they were less worried about that than maybe this.
Exactly,
Huh?
and the one big problem with those little creatures is that you may see a leopard, but this one is almost invisible when you're not using this torch.
Man,
It is disguised and just appear, just like that.
I love it.
There's some say in the Hebrew culture, three things are going, by surprise. A finding, like when you find something to pick up and just find it. A scorpion and the Messiah. Three things just surprise you, and this is one of the things.
One of the three. David, this has been a fascinating time. Thank you so much for taking time with us, sharing your passion
Thank you.
for these lovely creatures.
You're more than welcome.